New CBS News polling just in shows Americans are divided on the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. 48% say they approve of U.S. military action to remove him from power. 52% disapprove. Overall, there's some uncertainty about what happens next. 70% say the Trump administration has not clearly explained its plans for Venezuela now that Maduro has been removed. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now. So walk us through, what do people think about this?
Hey there, Lindsay. So let me pick up on that point. When people don't feel like the administration has clearly explained the goals, we ask them, what do you think the goals are? And there's almost 6 in 10 Americans who think it's a lot about getting access to oil. There are comparably fewer, but a lot of Republicans, and that's an important point, say it's about stopping drugs from entering the U.S. or stopping gangs or terrorists. Now, what's important about this is, let me show you the breakdown of how people approve or disapprove based on what they think is a lot of those, is the goal is a lot about. Access to oil, more disapproving. If they think it's a lot about stopping drugs, more approving. So that's how people view the goals impacts whether they approve or not.
What about how this could impact the MAGA base?
Okay, so we've had a lot of discussions, we've heard a lot of discussions about the Republican base, about what happens with overseas, incidents or military action, et cetera. But start with this, big support among Republicans for the action, more so than independents, a lot more than Democrats. If I dive in a little more and look at MAGA Republicans in particular, overwhelming support for this. Now, why is that? One, they call it a military success. That's number one. But the other part of this is, if I go and look at what they believe removing Maduro from power does to the U.S.'s position in the world, you see these big numbers of 8 and 10 who say it makes the U.S. stronger. And they really stand out among the partisan breaks for that view. So that perception of making the U.S. stronger is one of the things that drives their overwhelming support for it, Lindsay.
What do people say they want to see next?
Well, there's a collectively mixed about what the U.S. should do next and what they think is going to happen. But let me show you this. How much control do people think they want the U.S. to have in Venezuela? You see the preponderance here, not much or none. And that, going back to the top, relates to whether they approve or disapprove of the initial action, what they think this is going to happen going forward.
Anthony Salvanto, always appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.